Hi guys, so this is going to be the first of TFT podcasts. We're going to be interviewing leaders, other traders, other members, just getting an insight into how people's brains work and how they've got to where they are in Forex, how they are on their trading journey, and generally just insights into their life really. So our first guest doing this with is Conor Sadler, TFT leader. Me and Dean are doing them obviously. So just to have a little chat with Conor, and obviously dropped a bombshell in there today about how you've taken a £250 account up to 100k, which honestly is phenomenal. Like thinking from my point of view, the more I thought about it,
I've had a little cry.
Yeah. I mean,
no,
like
it was a bit,
for someone of your age to be able to do that, and you know that kind of risk to reward, working your way up all that way is incredible. It's absolutely incredible. So, you know, well done for doing that, and it's it's a prop to what can be achieved, in this industry really. But starting out, tell us a bit about you, like where you live, age, what were you doing before trading, sort of thing,
Yeah. So, like Leon said, my name's Conor. 24. Before trading, I was doing engineering. I was actually doing an apprenticeship for 4 years. There's some of the lads who are actually here today that I used to that were like mentoring me through the apprenticeship. Which was quite good to see.
And now you're mentoring them.
Yeah.
How the roles reverse.
Yeah, it's weird. So I was doing an apprenticeship for 4 years in engineering. I was on trains, so it was mechanical engineering. Probably about 2 years into that, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. So I started looking into trading. That was like maybe 5-6 years ago now. Yeah. Just quite a while ago.
So you were like 19 when you started?
Yeah. So I started my apprenticeship when I was 17, and I started looking at trading when I was about 19, so 2 years in.
Yeah.
Obviously 24 now, so that's 5 years.
Yeah. So how did you get on at school? Were you sort of clever in school, or
no, not really.
Flunk out of everything?
I was one of the ones. I was trying to I don't know, just like every kid. I was messing about, being stupid. Just more focused on spending time with my mates, playing about and that. But it was probably towards the start of the last year of school, so year 11. I was telling my predicted grades. I was a bit like, okay, that's. It was a bit. I think I was predicted a G in maths, which is absolutely awful.
I didn't think you were lower than an F.
Yeah, which is awful. I didn't really do too well in school, to be honest. I was actually going to end up getting a C in maths. So I had to get home tutored for a little bit, which I hated. But my mum made me do it, so I got home tutored in maths, which I was quite grateful for afterwards when I actually got that C on results day. But the maths is the only one really is like I focused on mainly. Failed everything else, English, all that sort of stuff. Didn't do it. Language, I got kicked out of. Shit bag. But I wasn't too great in school. I did a year in college before I did my apprenticeship. That was in doing domestic electrical. So just sort of doing a year in college. So
life was quite sort of based around numbers then.
Yeah.
I think people are very much like a numbers or a words kind of person. I was definitely the numbers.
Yeah, me too. I wanted to do something hands-on. I couldn't really imagine me sitting in an office for like 8-10 hours a day.
Or sitting in a computer. It's funny how it turns out.
Yeah, it does. It does. But I wanted to do something hands-on, so I did domestic electrical for a year. It's also a little shit college that didn't let me come back for the second year.
Oh right.
But I ended up getting an apprenticeship where I was at. I was there for 6 years. So that was in Wolverton. That was doing engineering, like I said, on trains, mechanical engineering. But that was straight after college. Again, another hands-on job that I wanted to do. Like you said, it's funny. I was flipped round now, and I'm actually back doing another thing on the computer.
Yeah.
But I did that for 6 years.
What made you pick trading though? So if we think about it, there's like multiple avenues of making money, like especially online.
Yeah.
There's so many, like Amazon FBA, so many. What made you pick Forex?
Yeah, so like I did look at multiple other things. I even started. There was one website I tried to do drop shipping. That I tried starting it. I just wasn't too interested in it. Like the thing I was trying to sell, which was pet products. I don't know why I tried to go down that route, but there we go.
People always have pets.
Yeah. But I saw Forex trading. I was in and out of it. I was learning off YouTube a little bit. I was looking at different groups. I joined a few different like free groups on Telegram and them sort of thing. wasn't being too successful with it, so I kind of just left it a little bit, and I was like, no, this, I don't know. I'll be honest, I looked at it like a scam. I was like, no, I don't want to do this at all. Like, I don't want to be involved with this. But it was actually a guy that was mentoring me doing the sort of sparky work of what I was doing in my apprenticeship. His name's Cliff. He's a Zimbabwean guy. He, when I came to do my mentoring with him, he like told me his son Assad was so shout out to them too, because I probably wouldn't be doing this. Shout out to them. But yeah, he said his son does it and he just lives off it, and I was like mind boggled how you could actually just live off it. So that was my first sort of insight of okay, you can be successful from this. And he got me in contact with his son, and I was learning from his son for a little bit. He was teaching me, but like I said, Cliff was from Zimbabwe, and unfortunately his other son was a little bit ill, so who lives in Zimbabwe. So his son, the one that was teaching me, Assad, he moved back to Zimbabwe to look after his brother, and I lost all contact with him. And I was a bit like in a bit of a grey zone, because I knew this could work, but at the same time I didn't know where to sort of go to next. So again, I went back to YouTube, joined a few different groups, put a few little live accounts through the Signal groups that just were share like I explained in there. It wasn't doing anything for me, and I wasn't. Now I know the sort of secrets behind them Signal groups. I'm a bit like, I'd stay away.
Well, I think the Signal groups are still as crap as they are, but they still are.
They're so popular.
An inlet for so many people to get into forex. You know, there's a very difference in the person that actually. Yeah, you come in, inevitably you lose money, but then the kind of person that's like, right, I actually want to learn to do this properly. You know?
It just depends on the person. Yeah, I was like, it put me off a little bit. I was losing these signals, I was winning some, and I was a bit like, how are these guys, like, they're looking at the market and they know, and they're showing me these trades, and I'm like, how do they know at this point it's going to change? So that kind of got me hooked again. I was like, I need to know that. I need to learn, yeah. So I was in and out of it. I wasn't too focused on it too much, but obviously I met Dean and Sean, and we spoke about trading, different things, and then we joined a group on Facebook, all three of us, but pretty much within the same couple of days, you know.
Yeah.
We joined a group on Facebook who, well, good help to be fair. It did get me to a point where I was like, okay, I can actually see myself being successful with this. I was doing well with that for a little bit, and obviously we split off and ended up making a TFT. So I was one of the first guys to join TFT along with Dean and Sean.
Yeah, that was my next question. Is how did you come across the TFT? How did it come on your radar?
Yeah. So I met Dean and Sean. We won't go into that.
Fun stories.
Yeah, fun stories. I met Dean and Sean. Unfortunately I did, to be fair, because I don't think I'd be where I am today if I didn't meet them two. It was still like all three of us kind of pushing each other to.
Yeah, I think a lot of people say the same now.
And then obviously more and more people start joining, so you get more and more people backing you, and it's like the community side of it. It's massive. It's crazy. I definitely wouldn't be where I am today without a community sort of behind me and motivating me.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, no, like we made our own group. We come away from that Facebook group, which were decent. We made a TFT, which we started like, was it probably like 20 different strategies within 6 months. I think it's crazy different strategies, but there was a few of them that were like clicking. I was like, okay, yeah, and I was losing. I was like, it was getting disheartened. My mindset probably wasn't in a great place there either. I was a bit like all over the place.
You kind of answered my questions here, because the next question was like, how was your mindset when you started trading compared to how you are now?
Yeah, it was awful. Yeah, gambling mindset. I was just kind of losing a little bit. Okay, put double what I was doing on that trade. I put double the lot size, go again, lose again. Okay, I'll double that again.
There's a roulette strategy like that, isn't there? On black and red.
But
doubling your loss.
So that's the thing with like Signal groups, like they give you the entries and everything, but they don't teach you about lot sizes. They don't teach you about the analysis behind it.
No.
So
and that's why you've got a professional trader there giving out, or whoever giving out signals, but you don't know whether they've seen something in the market that's made them pull out of that trade. You're literally sitting there just waiting, and just waiting to lose your money most of the time.
It's like I've even heard of some Signal groups giving out signals from other Signal groups. Yeah. So again,
how long has that signal been sat out?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then
one of them ones.
Don't know.
Yeah, it's one of them ones you can either sit there and try and take these Signal group trades, which it's not going to be too great. Obviously, I had quite a bad experience with it. I'm not trying to name and shame anyone, but I joined a Signal group which was giving me trades. I was winning a little bit, then losing a bit, winning a little bit more, losing a bit, just so I stayed interested enough in trading, where I was just paying every month for these signals, and getting these trades in, which I didn't know they had a partnership with the
Mhm.
brokers that I was looking at. Or they made me sort of. They said to me, "You have to use this broker." Gave me a link. I said, "Okay, I don't know too much about trade." And I was clueless, so I signed up through their link. Didn't know this signal group had a particular partnership with a broker. I won't say the names. I'm not trying to get tracked down and killed. But yeah, no, I didn't know they had a partnership, which meant every trade that someone takes from that signal group, they would get a commission off, whether it's a win or lose. This is why they make them win a little bit, lose a bit, keep them interested enough. Which I didn't know this until I'd sort of stepped into the world of TFT and actually deep into trading. I found out that and I was like, okay, that makes sense.
Mhm.
But yeah, you can either do that. You might make a little bit, but they're gonna keep you interested enough so they can benefit. But at the same time,
One step forward.
why if that group goes then you've got nothing, you may as well learn it yourself.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
it
what
is.
kind
Yeah, it's, I mean, people just like to have the easy way, don't they? The
Yeah.
easy route. If we could just take a pill to be fit and healthy, we would instead of going
course,
to the
yeah,
gym
yeah.
and stuff like that.
Well, I'm pretty sure there are pills out there that
Yeah.
so, you know.
Sort of trading, is notoriously, simple to learn, very difficult to master. We all go through periods of wanting to quit, wanting to give up, failure and stuff like that. Like, what made you keep going? What made you keep coming back to it?
Yeah, so like, I think no one starts trading is automatically successful. Like, I was having a bit of success. Like I said earlier, one of the main things that probably kept me going was the community side of it. So even the group before TFT was like a morale booster. If I'd lost, I'd be like, okay, like showed me maybe why I lost. And then obviously started my TFT and then started actually being an educator for TFT. People asking me questions or show me why they've lost, and I could show them like why they've lost, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Show them what's gone wrong in the chart.
In a way
The
that
market.
developed you as well.
So for
doesn't
me
it?
at the moment, it has. It's maybe more 100% has maybe more of a sharp like trader because
You've got
people
weight on
are
your
watching me. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a bit of a pressure, but at the same time, it makes you a bit of
Yeah,
you know what I mean, pressure makes diamonds, sort of thing.
exactly.
So the motivation is always. I've not always been like a motivated person, but I could see a way out of living normally for this.
Mhm.
I'm not trying to slander anyone, but like where I was working before, I'd seen people like 65, and that's like retirement age,
Yeah,
and
they've been
still
there 40
working
years,
away.
you
Yeah,
know.
they've been there. Yeah, they're still working away, and I'm like, their bodies are knackered. So
Mhm.
for me, it was one of the main things was freedom. For me, is that kept me going. I was like, I wanted to do this and knackle this because the amount of freedom I can have from this
Mm.
could like make me push towards other goals. So I do like martial arts and them sort of things that I can focus so much more on that now. Whereas before, like I'd get home from work, my body's knackered, I'm already beaten up. I can't really go do martial arts now because I could sometimes, but sometimes work would just be too tired and I'd go to bed quite early. But yeah, I'd say the freedom side of it is the thing that pushed me more towards. I want to knuckle this. It's so much motivating. Like
I suppose a lot of that kind of can go hand in hand with mixed martial arts. Because how did you find obviously the discipline, and obviously going to training? That's all mindset as well.
yeah.
Do you think that goes sort of hand in hand? Do you think that helped you in being where you are now?
Yeah, because say with trading, you've got to be quite sharp on the ball
Yeah.
with your trades and being disciplined. If you lose that sort of mindset of not being disciplined, and you say you're chasing a trade, or you just keep chasing the trade that you've lost and you're just losing again and again and again, kind of falls into place with being disciplined and like even just things like turning up on time
Yeah.
and just
Mm.
being
Get
there,
into
giving
training.
your full attention. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
definitely.
going back to the other question, it's just the freedom side of it was the main thing. So like, obviously everyone wants to make fucking money, do you know what I mean? That was also amazing.
But that brings some freedom, doesn't it?
Yeah,
This
yeah.
one goes hand in
That's
hand
the
with the
thing.
other.
The people I was watching, like I was seeing them, they would trade for an hour in the morning, they'd maybe do a bit of an education session in the evening for us, and I was seeing them and they're just doing what they want for their day, go for walks, do whatever they're interested in. For me, I was like, I want to do that. I want to be able to just not as such sit at home in my house all day, but I want to be able to focus on other things in life rather than just paying someone else's mortgage off. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think this is like the sad reality of life, though. There's so many people out there that just think inside the box and are too afraid to venture outside and take risks. Where, like, realistically, we do only live once.
Mm-hmm.
Why not take them risks?
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, like even if it doesn't work, at least like for me, I could say at least I tried.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think that's always the most important thing. Like, just try it. and just see how you go.
So I
from
would
there.
say it's better to have tried and failed than not to have tried at all.
Exactly.
Exactly,
Like
yeah.
I'd hate to not have done this and think 10 years down the line, what if?
Yeah.
Like that would
100%.
bug me so much.
Yeah, see, it's like today's like today make it
Well worth it.
worth it. Yeah, like obviously people don't really know, but we're having a TFT event in Milton Keynes today. People have come down and they're watching us guys and how we're trading, and Leon's doing mindset, and Dean's teaching some of the guys too. And like seeing people come from all different parts of the country to come and learn, it's like it's surreal. It's a bit weird. Like just all these people come to see you trade because of what you've done, and like for me, like it's quite motivating. Like, even days after today, like on Monday, I'm excited. And, you know, I'm proper going. Everyone's the morale in the Discord group is crazy after these events, especially after the Leeds one. Everyone was proper popping. Everyone was.
Yeah, and we've only got 10% of the actual group here.
Yeah, it's not everyone. Yeah.
No, I mean I think that's just a lot based on it's stepping out your comfort zone. I mean one thing is actually getting in the Discord and actually joining the group, but obviously it's a whole other thing coming to these events. I mean everyone that comes here, we get such great feedback. It's always really great to see. So.
And that's the thing, like with Discord, you don't see faces really.
No, you don't.
No, it's just typing.
No.
Yeah.
So when you see people in, like, we've all done these events before, and when we do our lives, people see our faces, and we never see their faces. Very, very little amounts.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, you're right there. You're right there." You're like,
Yeah. I feel rude. I feel.
I know. I do.
I feel bad.
I feel so rude.
And I'm just like,
It's nice to put a name to a face, but then there's so many people. They sort of go. You sort of forget a bit as well.
Everyone becomes mate. All right, mate. Oh,
Yeah.
I feel rude almost.
How friendly the environment is.
Yeah.
Like, any toxicity within the Discord is nipped in the butt straight away.
Yeah.
And then even these live events, like, there is nothing. There's no toxicity. There's no shit or anything like that. It is literally a group of people that generally want to learn.
It's a like-minded group of people, isn't it?
Exactly.
And, it's like adult education. It's like if you're learning to be a carpenter or whatever as an adult, you're much more likely to sit there and learn instead of when you were a kid in school and you just you don't want to be there, you don't want to do it. But if you're going back doing adult education, which is exactly what this is, you're there to learn. And the fact that, I mean, we could, other groups or whatever, they could have a group of people in there from all different walks of life. The fact that we're all come from trade backgrounds, we've all come from the same stresses in life, we all want very similar goals. That's what makes all those people in that room guaranteed to get on with each other. And to be able to talk about stuff, in whether that's in mental health, whether that's in, their passions, what they do, stresses at work, like, it's always a great day.
No, I love them, it's good. I've done a few now. 4 or 5, it's been good.
Yeah, they've been brilliant. They've been just better.
They're all like-minded people. They're like, you could say, taking a risk. Yeah, they are taking a risk. They're looking at another way of making money. Like I did 4 or 5 years ago. I was looking at I'm gonna look, and there was points in. It's actually quite a funny story when it's from when I handed my notice in for my old job.
It's literally my next question.
There you go.
Leo knows you don't ask questions anymore.
I'll just sit here. You just kind of.
Yeah.
No, it's quite a funny story because my boss, I'm not going to say his name, but he was a bit dick.
Yeah.
And I know they tell you what to do and that. It wasn't a discipline thing. It was more the way he spoke to people. I won't get into it, but it was just dick.
Some people shouldn't have that position of power.
They have that arrogance.
Yeah, you give some people you shouldn't give a high-vis jacket to.
Power hungry feeling.
And at the end of the story, I had a last laugh and it was quite funny. So like,
please tell me you sent him a screenshot.
But no, like people were catching on what I was doing because I was putting it on my Facebook and stuff at work. And obviously, everyone there is quite a friendly environment. There's like 300 people there on that site, so a few people were asking. There's a few people here today from my old job that are here. Like I said, I think there's like 6 or 7 people that are actually in the team from my old work, which is good to see. That's awesome. Some just different-minded people. Some people saw an opportunity and took the chance. My boss was one of them ones. Every time I pass, millionaire yet, mate.
I hear that.
And like, I'd bring my laptop. So like, at lunch, I'd bring my laptop to work and do what I can educational-wise and writing stuff down. And that's how I was kind of dedicated to it. I was bringing it to work, just writing stuff down on the laptop, watching the videos. Sometimes I come in, look at him. I'm like, alright, mate. And then I handed my notice in. He's like, where you going? So I'm just trading full-time now. And he was like, you're actually doing it full-time? And I was like, yeah. He's like, you have to add me on Facebook. And I said, get fucked. I literally said to him, get fucked. And he was like, looking back, all the managers were like,
did you notice it
he
now?
was
Yeah,
a
you
prick
don't
to me
care.
the whole time for my apprenticeship, so I was like, fuck you, I ain't giving you shit.
Yeah.
He tried to add me on Facebook, deleted it, I'm not.
How did it feel handing in that notice?
Yeah, it was
Oh,
good. It was a good feeling. I was writing it up in the canteen like that, just looking around like, yes. Yes. I did it. But no, it was a good feeling. I handed it in.
That's wicked.
Yeah,
It's a bit to be doing it at that age as well, and actually, I mean, when did you do it?
Fortunate. It was last Christmas, so
Yeah, I was similar sort of time,
just the
December.
end of 2021.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that similar time
Yeah.
to you, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I wish I had someone to, because I obviously just folded, like, just to finish my
yeah.
construction business. I wish I had someone to hand a fucking notice into.
Yeah. It was a good feeling.
Post it to yourself.
Yeah.
The words,
Receive it. What the fuck?
Yeah.
the words get fucked.
How did you know that time it was right to do it? Was there a certain leap of faith there, or was it you know?
I was kind
Did
of.
you have savings and stuff?
Yeah,
or?
I was kind of fortunate with. It sounds a bit weird saying this. I was fortunate with the lockdown happened.
Mm-hmm.
So I know COVID was a bad thing.
Well, a lot of good did
but-
come out of it. As in the
Yeah, I
lockdowns,
know. Yeah, it was kind of weird that I didn't benefit from COVID happening, but obviously we had the furlough scheme, right? So I was on furlough on that year of 2021 from January that year.
Oh, you was on furlough for a long
Yeah,
time,
yeah,
weren't
for
you?
like 9-10 months or something like that.
Right.
So that gave me a taste of full-time trading at home.
Yeah,
So at that time, I was already making more on my trading than I was at my job, which was again another nice feeling. But it was more the security of having a job. I was like, I was still a bit unsure. Like my mindset was in the right place, but I was still like, what
It's a
if?
big leap, isn't it?
But I was like, so they put me on furlough, so it gave me a taste of full like trading full time at home. So I was like, sat fully trading at home, having the mindset of I don't have a job anymore. Well, I did, but I don't have a job anymore, and see how I got on. And I got on fine. I was alright.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I can actually do this. So the minute I went back to, I think it was like a week after I got back onto working, and I think I got put straight back onto nights. I was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck that.
Yeah. So you weren't back at work long then?
Nah,
No.
not at all. No, yeah, it was like a month or two.
Nice.
Yeah, I had to work like a month's notice, so I did that.
What do your family and friends think of what you do?
Well, let's rewind that a little bit.
Go on.
What did they think at first to what they think of now?
Yeah. So obviously, my mum being my mum, she was a bit skeptical. They don't know that it's just new. She was a bit like, oh, just be careful with it, and then she was worried about like, but all sorts of stuff. Oh, you have to pay the rent. I'm like, I can pay the rent. I've still got a job.
Still
man.
working.
Yeah.
I'm still learning. It doesn't mean I've started this new hobby. I'm just gonna make shitloads of money, and not pay you rent.
Yeah.
That's what I'd like to, but no, yeah, I was like, I was just kind of getting through it within like, I had a lot of my family come to me like, oh, it's a scam. Like everyone says it. I thought the same thing. I can't blame them.
It's a bit of a push though to make it work, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
like, when
yeah.
you get all these people doing it.
But they were intrigued because I've got a lot of family that live down south. So my uncles, my nan, my auntie, and stuff like that. So every time they come up and visit, they're like, oh, how's your trading getting on? And they're generally like interested in what's going on. And I'll tell them like, I'm at this stage now. I'm doing this. I'm learning a bit, and they'd be interested. But then it was more towards I was like to mum like, when I was on furlough, I was like, Mum, I'm going to treat this as a full-time trader, and if my mindset stays the same and I can do this, I'm going to leave my job. And straight away she's like, oh, you can't do that. Which I don't blame her, bless her.
They're parents. It's ultra
She's just
security,
trying to-
isn't it?
She wants best for us, like, for me. But I was like, no, I'm going to leave, Mum. And she was like, no, you can't secure a job. But it was good having a trade, because I did finish my apprenticeship before I left. So like, having the trade there as a backup, I've always got that. You know.
That's what everyone in that room's got to fall back on.
Yeah,
you know?
everyone's because it's tradesmen. We're all tradesmen, aren't we? So like everyone's. I would
So
say
you
everyone's.
always do have that
So we've
safety
got
net.
one guy in there, Callum. I think he's still doing college. He's an apprentice as well.
Right.
So he's similar to route to me,
Yeah.
but he started a little bit younger than me, so that was quite good on him, to be fair. But but yeah, no, my mum was like, you need to like. She was a bit skeptical. She was like, oh, he's always got a trade, so I've got that to fall back on, sort of thing. And when I fully left, and she was like a bit worried that I was just going to get lazy, which I'll be honest, I did get a little bit lazy, and I left my job. I was kind of waking up at whatever time.
Yeah.
My mindset did slip a bit. 'Cause I was like, I was waking up at 11 o'clock, and for me now waking up at 11 o'clock is just a complete waste of most of the day.
Yeah.
Like,
All the work gets done in the morning.
Yeah,
like with
yeah.
anything,
So for me, my trading sessions, like they open at the London Open starts at like 8 o'clock ish, and for me trading then is perfect.
Yep.
or looking at setups or having potential like opportunities there for me is perfect. So being up before, around about 7, even before that sometimes is what I do now. But my mindset did slip at the start. My mum could tell. She was being like, "Oh, you falling out of a routine." She was getting on to me, but she just wanted what's best for me.
Yeah.
But she understands now. She knows, like, she sees me come to these events and that, and she probably doesn't have a fucking clue what I'm doing. But she's supportive now. She knows what's going on.
But yeah, pushing that routine as well.
Yeah,
I mean, you've got to have that routine in trading. You really, really do. You've got to have that structure, you know, in life and in trading. So they go hand in hand.
Like, that's the thing though. When lockdown happened, like, you see so many people venture off into different opportunities because they couldn't work. And like, luckily we had started literally just as the lockdown. A couple of months before the lockdown.
So everyone was they wanted to learn something.
I think we were really fortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of good that came from lockdown and stuff. I mean, that put me where I am as well. You know, where do you see yourself in 10 years? What, have you got goals like that, or do you just think day to day?
For me, I don't have a set plan. I probably should, but for me, it was more. First goal was leaving my job, which was done last Christmas. So that for me, my first goal was done. I wouldn't say having the 100k account now wasn't a goal. It was more like, cause I didn't want to be like, I need to hit that, because I feel like my mindset could slip. You know what I mean? But it was like one of them ones that when I hit that, I'm like, yes, that's like a milestone, if that makes sense. It wasn't really more.
Oh, massively, yeah.
But it was like, I'd say goals for me really properties. I want to get involved in properties. So
like
buying to let. Yeah, so it's another. I mean, like, millionaires have all sorts of different types of incomes. Is it like average seven? Is it? Yeah.
7 multiple streams of income.
Yeah, properties. I want to get into that. That'd be good.
Yeah.
Obviously, other passions I've got is MMA. Yeah, so I want to do as many jiu-jitsu tournaments as I can. MMA fighting, cage fights. See where I can go with that. I'm passionate about that. I quite enjoy doing that. So that's another reason why trading has helped me towards that, because I can now just focus on that.
You can put full effort.
Put so much time into it. Yeah. Like this week.
You're training all the time.
Yeah, 4 or 5 times this week. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Which was good. But yeah, no, like that. So we'll see where I can go with that. MMA, just keep going, turning up. Yeah, properties. See, help my mum as much as I can, my brother. Yeah. I don't know. I'll probably that'll be something else I want to do.
Yeah, of course.
Obviously, TFT, helping everyone else in TFT as well. So like.
It's a very fulfilling job, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one of them ones that's rewarding in a sense. Is like when I'm seeing people, even with yourself, like even going part time, and like obviously me and Dino from the start, and we're seeing people learn from us, and now people going leaving their jobs part time, spending more time with their kids and that. Like for me, that's a big like morale boost in myself. It's like seeing people be able to have that opportunity and do that. It's
quite rare nowadays for people that actually want to help. You know, there's so many scams and things out there in life where people are just trying to get stuff out of people for their own personal gain. But there is good people out there. You know, I knew I was always meant to help people, and it's the same with the other leaders in the group as well, and people in the group, members in the group. They all help one another, sort of thing. Yeah, it's very, very fulfilling.
Yeah, it's good. I think it was on the Leeds event on Birmingham. One of the lads come up to me and he was like, "With your sessions, you've helped me so much, and I'm now looking towards coming towards part time, spend more time with my family and that." Almost made me cry. I was like, I'm going to cry in a minute. I'm going to cry. I almost made me cry. I was like, no, that's crazy. Like, for me to be able to help someone like that is good. So continue doing that, of course. And just helping as many people as I can with TFT, to be fair. And
probably one of the last questions, what advice would you give to someone starting out, like, you know, where you were 5 years ago? Even if you could go back to speak to yourself 5 years ago, what would you say? What would you say to people starting out?
Yeah, probably...
Find Dean and Sean.
Yeah. Find Dean and Sean. I'd say be a sponge. Soak up everything you can in this trading world. There's some things, of course,
that are relevant.
Yeah, are irrelevant. So me saying that is a bit contradicting. But soak up what you can at the start. The more knowledge you can gain in, you can kind of cut off the negative things that you don't really need in your trading your trading way. Mindset, focus on your mindset massively from the start, because like when I was starting, I was chasing trades and stuff like that, and I was losing a bit, and I was like, this is not good. Like, but once you get that mindset and you get into a routine of having a good mindset of it, for me now it's like almost mechanical. Like I could just keep going and going and going.
You do something long enough.
I don't think about the mindset. It's installed within me now.
Yeah.
So I've been doing it for so long. If that makes sense. I focus on mindset. Even sometimes, like I'd get up in the morning, like even now, someone get up in the morning, I'm like, oh, I just can't bother to do nothing, and I'll watch a motivational video on YouTube. Like it would be about something random, but there's someone talking in my ear. What's his name? Like Jordan Patterson.
Yeah.
He's a
Oh,
good
he's
one.
brilliant.
He's good. David Goggins, he was good. I bought
Mhm.
his audio book. But yeah, all these different people. So mindset, I'd say definitely 100% get that knuckled down from the start, because that will help you definitely with your trading career.
Sweet.
Anyone being negative towards you, like your old boss, fuck them off. Just don't listen to. I'm not saying tell your boss to fuck off because it's gonna get sacked. But just ignore the negative comments and focus on your path rather than what other people want you to do. Yeah.
This is the thing though, life is full of negativity, negative people, and it is literally just a matter of just pushing past them and
Yeah.
just letting it kind of go over your head in one ear out the other. Like there's no point living in like a society where that kind of inbreeds that kind of definition of life.
Mhm.
It just doesn't make sense. Like if you want to make a positive change, go fucking do it. Don't let
Yeah,
anyone
yeah.
stop you.
Yeah, definitely.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Well,
so
we'll
that-
call it a day there. No, thank you very much, mate.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, nice one. Nice one. Appreciate the time.
Time to get
Well, we got a
drunk.
few more hours yet.
Call it a day.